Communities across Durban are dealing with the after effects of the recent floods. Many are still without basic services. Residents of Tongaat today took their frustrations out by blocking the roads, protesting not having water for over 50 days. They are accusing government of poor service delivery and neglect. eNCA's Lethiwe Mdluli reports.
50 days without water. That's how long some of these residents in Tongaat have been without clean running water. They have taken their frustrations out on the streets, blocking the main entrance in Tongaat in hopes that their cries will be heard. The ongoing water issues in the area started during the floods back in April after the water plant that supplies the area was completely destroyed. But residents say there's been no communication from officials and they haven't been provided with water tankers.
We don't have set times which the mayor has promised us for water to come. We're supposed to have gotten 2 tanks per day. We're just getting 1 tank per day. Sometimes the tank has to come 2-3 times, which is also very difficult because people cannot function in a normal manner without basic need of water.
People are desperate. People have reached to an extent whereby they're fetching waters from rivers and unhygienic water. And this could pose a risk whereby they could get very badly ill. And what is of concern, ma'am, is that there is water that is piped to certain areas that is in the neighborhood. And our greatest concern is how come this water is not reaching the poor?
During this 50-day period, we have not seen our councillor, not once. This is the first time it had to happen. It had to incite riots for him to appear.
Residents are also accusing the municipality of prioritizing certain areas and neglecting them.
The work at the waterworks, Tongaat waterworks, hasn't commenced as yet. In comparison to the waterworks that was destroyed at the Lethiwe waterworks in the second flood, the second aftermath of the flood. So we live in the same municipality of eNCA, where you have a situation, Tongaat waterworks has been damaged over 50 days, and the municipality uses the excuse that the roads are not accessible. But it seems like the roads have been repaired.
So you came in, you kept quiet? Because I don't need to make a noise. Oh, but you never had to address anyone?
During the protest, tensions went high after the ward councillor, Jeff Pullen, arrived to address the crowd. They have accused him of neglecting them. Pullen says that there's many areas who are like this one that are without water.
I have suggested that we link from these other places and feed back into the centre of Tongaat, and that is not happening, and I think that's what we should be doing. But unfortunately I don't have the power to order that. The problem is we don't have enough water tankers for the city, period, right? But we also in this ward, I don't think half the officials know how big the ward is, and they don't realise how much. They try and issue 3 tankers to each ward, but if one ward has most of the places where there's no water, they should be saying to themselves, let's give more tankers to that area, and that's one of the problems. So obviously we're working on that. Trying to get hold of officials is a major concern because they don't answer their phones, they don't respond.
Local NGOs have come in to assist with drinking water, but they say they are also struggling to keep up with the demand.
We've been on the ground since day one. It's now, I think, close to 55 days. It's come to a point where we ourselves are losing this battle because funding dries up.
The last time the Deputy Mayor of Ethekwini visited this area, he said it was going to take at least 5 months to get the Tongaat water plant going again. Lethiwe Mdluli, Tongaat, Durban.